Hey everyone, it's finally happening. My name is David and I started designing Count Dooku's solar sailor when I was 21 and still lived in my childhood bedroom. I'm now 25 and moved 2 times, and now finally the solar sailor is finally done and I'm proud to present it to you today. If you're wondering why I say finally, it's just that I have posted the first teaser of it on my personal Instagram account Dave's Customs, and people have been asking me constantly over the past 4 years to finally finish it and release it. So if you've been following me for this long, thanks for your loyalty, and here you go. Here it is. So yeah, it's been in the work for quite a while, but let's not make a big deal of it and jump right into this model. The solar sailor, or also called the Punwalker 116 class interstellar sloop, which is a, let's say, interesting name, was first seen in Star Wars Episode 2, serving as Count Dooku's preferred way of transportation. It's super sleek looking, very similar design to the Geonosians starfighter, which makes sense since in universe they were both designed by the same manufacturer. At Dooku's wish, the solar sailor was equipped with a solar sail that got deployed for long distance traveling, and interestingly, and I didn't know that actually before researching for this video, the solar sailor is unarmed. I don't know, I didn't build any weaponry on this model, but I also didn't question it. The instructions were on pre-sale for a little while and I'm super happy that they are finally here and you can get them on BrickVault.toys. That helps us, and in this case myself, out quite a lot, so myself and all the other awesome designers we work with can continue designing these builds for you. The solar sailor itself has around 1300 pieces, but with the stand and sail it adds up to over 6000 pieces. So it's quite fair to say for me that this model also absolutely breaks my review setup with over 1 meter in length. It's really difficult to catch the size of this thing with my camera, so here are my pans as a size reference. The solar sailor itself will set you back around $150, and including the sail and stand, that can add up to over 600, but you can check yourself because the parts lists are available as a free download on our product page. This is the first time I've ever seen someone tackle the sail of the solar sailor, and after having designed it I can totally see why. The general design of the ship itself was done a couple of years ago, but finding the right technique for the sail to make a proper convex shape with Lego pieces but still having the correct colors, color blocking and transparency in there was what kept me busy all these years. This, and of course constant on and off building, because it gets kinda discouraging building everything in real life only to find out it doesn't work as intended. You can see the stand has 3 black pillars holding everything up. The first design had the 3rd pillar way closer to the actual ship because I completely underestimated how heavy the sail will be, even though these are just 1x1s. There are thousands of 1x1s, so that added up and I needed to move the 3rd pillar way back. Now it's actually super sturdy like this, still a bit top heavy, which is to be expected here, but nothing is breaking at all, and after all, at least the sail is truly only for display. I used the net technique here, some may know it from MOCS that feature water bills. I have to warn you though, putting this together took ages and my fingers hurt afterwards, but I think that's paid off big time. Each 1x1 you see here is made up of a plate, round plate on top and a tire, so 3 pieces per 1x1 section. I recommend to get your family together and split the work while watching a movie or so. It can be super relaxing if you treat it like a puzzle or so. The actual solar sailor can be swooshed around all day, but we'll come to that. The display stand also has a spot on each side for minifigs. I put Count Dooku and the pilot of the solar sailor there. It only came in 1 advent calendar, but I'm glad we even got an updated one. But you can also put Geonosians here, for example. The solar sailor itself is only resting on the stand in the back and gets connected to these cables in the front. When you want to remove it, just remove the cables in the front and you can pick it right up. The flaps are locked in place and can't just be put down. For that you need to remove a couple of linkages and then you can snap them into place to give the solar sailor the trademark sleek look that we all know it for. This is now best for swooshing it around. It's super swooshable and you can grab it basically everywhere on the main body, just don't grab it on the front protrusions, but I think that's pretty obvious. It's a super sturdy build. I had this built around for almost 4 years now, and almost nothing broke off during 2 moves and countless hours of swooshing. Most of the time I had this plated in the landing position. For that I included a couple of extra sub-assemblies for the landing gear, and you can just take off a bit from the outside plating and switch it out with the landing gear. And then you can set it down and don't worry about it for 4 years. It's pointed upwards slightly as it's supposed to be. I achieved the curvature of the top and bottom using curved slopes, but also sub-assemblies that get angled to the sides to make it as smooth as possible without gaps. These dark bluish grey canopy pieces are supposed to represent what I believe are shield projectors in universe. I think they were the perfect fit here. In the front we have the bubble canopy that gets sandwiched between the top and bottom panels. We'll take a closer look at the inside in just a moment. I'm glad some new molds came out in the meantime, so I could make the front super pointy using these wedged slopes. The backside was the trickiest section to design besides the sail. That's where Dooku enters the ship. You have to fold this lower section down first to make space for the actual door, and then you can pull out a ramp that can fold down almost to the ground too. You also have a small light outside above the entrance. To get to the interior, you can open the left side wall of the solar sailor completely just by pushing at the front, and then you can hinge it away. Inside you can see the ramp that you can push out from here too. Sometimes that's a little more convenient from here I found, and you can see there is a nice lounging area with a table in the middle and a spare blaster next to it. To the right there is a ladder theoretically leading to a bunk bed, but there was not enough space for it here. I based the interior off of the cross sections book, and you can clearly see these details are here too. Up top over the entrance there is a control panel too, and to the left there are yet a couple more control panels leading us into the cockpit. I found it to be best accessed by removing the trans-clear pieces. There is space for the pilot droid in the middle as well as 2 fixed on the sides. That's exactly how it's supposed to be in universe. The pilot has a couple of control levers, and yeah, that's basically it. Not too much space to work with, but I think I captured all the necessary details here. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything. I know I say this a lot, but this model was long overdue. I'd say about 4 years overdue, so I'm super happy to finally have it out. Let me know in the comments if you like the model and if you have other ideas for how to design the sail. I'm super curious to hear what you have to say. Please consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already, and remember to check out the instructions on BrickVault.toys if this model interests you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!